Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening, yeah. I have sent a message to him to join. He'll join within the next 5 minutes, I believe.
Ma'am, as sir joins in, we'll start with the webinar.
Yeah.
And I shall send the YouTube link over here in the chat and even on WhatsApp so that
Yeah.
we can share it.
Okay. Good evening, Dr. Mohammed. Nirali, can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am, you're audible.
Dr. Mohammed, can you hear me?
Hello, can you hear me now?
Yeah, we
Yes.
can hear you.
Yes.
Yeah, okay, thank you.
Ma'am, so the session would start as I start talking, and then it would be followed by, I would give over to Nirali ma'am, who shall be the speaker, followed by Sir's talk, and question and answer session by you, and vote of thanks by Dr. Priya.
Correct.
Yes, Neha.
Shall we start, ma'am?
Yes, please start.
A very good evening to one and all present over here. I myself, Dr. Neha Singh Mandade from IAP Digital Media Team, I would be hosting today's webinar on role of AI tools in scientific writing for budding researchers and scholars. With resource person along us, Dr. Muhammad Siddiqui sir. And this has been organized by Maharashtra State IAP Women's Cell. The Indian Association of Physiotherapists is the oldest and largest association representing physiotherapists in India since 1955. The IAP digital media team consists of a group of physios who handle the Zoom platform, webinar live, streaming, and IAP profiles on social media platforms that is Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and LinkedIn. Followed by IAP profiles on these social media. You may follow us to receive the notification for our events such as webinars, workshops, CMEs, conferences, health camps, and blood donation drive. And to know about the recent updates on physiotherapy. You may also subscribe to IAP YouTube channel for notifications of our live webinars. In the playlist section of this channel, webinars are segregated into various folders on topics like orthopedics, neurology, sports, fitness, pediatrics, cardiopulmonary, women's health, research, cancer rehab, etc. for your easy access. And the social media link for this today's webinar would be shortly shared in the chat box sooner. Now to go ahead with, we also wish Dr. Sanjeev Jha sir, our IAP National President, a very happy birthday on this today's special occasion. And today's webinar is being as hosted by Maharashtra State. We have with us Dr. Suvarna Ganveer ma'am, Maharashtra State Coordinator, Dr. Snehal Patel ma'am as State Joint Coordinator, followed by sub-coordinators of Maharashtra State as Dr. Uttara Mohan, Dr. Priya Pawar, Dr. Nirali Sanghvi ma'am. And we have Dr. Pooja Kamble ma'am, who is the West Zonal Head of IAPWC. Ruchi Varshney ma'am is the National Head of IAPWC. So guys, let us start with today's webinar. Joining us in the exploring how artificial intelligence is transforming the scientific writing. To move ahead, I shall give away to Dr. Nirali ma'am to take over the session and introduce the speaker. Thank you, ma'am. Over to you.
Good evening, one and all. A warm welcome, Dr. Mohammed Siddiqui sir. I would just take few minutes to give a brief idea about what Maharashtra State is been doing and the activities we've been conducting under IAPWC. So we have 22 districts in Maharashtra State. We have conducted many low-cost CMEs, workshops, conference, webinars, public awareness camp, and the health camps and blood donations since 2018. In the year 2019, 2021, 22, 2023, and 2024, IAPWC Maharashtra State has received the Best IAP Women's Cell Team Award. So we are really proud that we have been having a great contribution in our field. Quickly, I would like to give Sir's intro, Dr. Mohammed Siddiqui, sir. He has been a great practitioner with 17 years of experience, and he would be talking to us about role of AI tools in scientific writing for the buddy researchers and the scholars. We are very privileged to have you with us, sir, today, and thanks for giving your valuable time. Sir is a professor, full-time professor at School of Allied Health Sciences, Galgotias University, India, with 17 years of experience in academic, research, and clinical practice. Core research faculty member and musculoskeletal research leader. He is also a lead researcher in Biomedical and Advanced Image Processing Lab GU. He is a senior global burden of diseases collaborator IHME USA. Sir has a fantastic academic achievements of 77 peer-reviewed publications, 13 copyrights, and 1 patent. He is also editorial and reviewer role in leading journals. He has achieved numerous awards and honors, and to mention a few of them, Homi Bhabha Research Award in 2025 and Senior Research Award of at World Physiotherapy Conference in 2023. So it is our privilege to have you with us, sir. Looking forward for your experience and knowledge. Thanks a lot, sir. Over to you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Nari, for his introduction. I think we are all learning from each other. And I would like to thank Suvarna ma'am and all the Maharashtra IP for inviting me for this webinar. And as you already know, actually, I was traveling this time and I was in a function. So it was very difficult for me to come, but I had to take time because I had committed. So I promise that next time I come, I'll give you more time, and might be I will also do some hands-on practice for the budding researchers. So before I start, I'd like to tell you that about our university also. Galgotia University is an now it's an emblem and essence of research now, and we have been really working really hard, and our management is so supportive, and our research cell. So we have many researchers around India, globe. They are coming to join as PhD. So I was also privileged that to join with them. And now we have an international research cell also, and I'm part of that, and we are working international researchers. So that's why I thought that it is a time of AI. So let's give some insights to budding researchers who really want to do something in research, whether they are scholars, master students, clinicians, or anyone. So to start my session, I think I will first start because I know sometimes when I'm taking webinar, so I will not jump straight into. I will share my screen, and let's first talk about the what are things required for research publication before we jump into AI. I guess that will be a kind of background for my study. I hope that my slide is visible. Can you please tell me?
Yes, sir. It is visible. If you may take it on the screen share mode.
Yeah, is it visible now?
Yes, yes.
Okay. So this is our topic today, role of AI. And so today I will try to cover some subtopics. I'll be talking about the introduction to scientific writing, how do we structure a research paper, literature review and referencing as something about that, and then writing the results and discussion. And then we have editing or proofreading and submission process, which is a part of publication. And then I'll be talking about use of AI in scientific writing. So I think that will give an idea. So I think let's start. So today's our learning outcomes, any student or clinicians, they'll be able to understand how to write scientific papers using some softwares, and also how we can avoid plagiarized and AI content. So this is our university, and I also like to thank from our Galgotia's multidisciplinary research cell, which I'm part of. So I guess I'll not take much time on this, but I think this was, I just wanted to share some insights of a step-by-step process. I hope that it's okay with all of the panelists. So for any researcher who wants to start his research career and he is not sure about title, later on, I'll be sharing how we can get titles and everything from AI. But if I'm talking about a title of a research paper, when anybody is wanting to do a research, how he should be very specific. So when we are talking about title, he or she they have to be very specific and concise. Normally, what we see in routine practice, students write, sometimes they write to compare ultrasound with exercise therapy or any other modalities. But if you want to meet, there should be a novelty should be attached. That means it should be unique, it should be very specific, and patient should be able to and any who is doing research, they should be understand that okay, this is going to help or contribute to the public health. That's our main aim. So when you are choosing a title, it should reflect the scope and focus of your study. For example, there is one study which we did. I'm just showing that example. And now it is the effect of blood flow restriction training on pain threshold in chronic neck pain patients, a randomized controlled trial. So if you are trying to put that topic, so you first of all, we need to be sure that has anyone before done the research on chronic pain, neck pain using BFRT. So when I was doing when we were doing this project, we could see that there are studies which are focused on upper limb, lower limb, knee injuries, ankle injuries, but there was no study done on neck pain. So we thought, let's see if we are using BFRT in upper limb near axilla, just below axilla, and we want to just see whether it is going to have any effect on the neck pain patients. So that means when you will see this title, for example, which is in your screens, you will see that BFRT people have used in upper limbs, lower limbs, sometimes groin injuries. But if what is the role of neck pain? So we were very curious. So this novelty can be seen in because why? Uh, researchers around globe or editors or the journals, they want something fresh has to come to the research field which can contribute to the global health scenario. So that is one thing. Now, this is about title. Let's now just about brief or introduction background. When we are talking about background of a study, we should know the context and importance of a topic. If you are not mentioning the context, why you are doing this research or what is the importance of your topic, because this will show your novelty, whether you are going to fill any research gap, and you have to define the problem area, whether it is any musculoskeletal, neurology, pediatrics. Nowadays, in our WCPT, we had geriatric and fall prevention. So you have to understand the problem area very well. And you have to provide justification. Why is this study needed? So if you are not mentioning this, this is we called as rationale of study. So when you are writing about in introduction part, make sure that you first write about global scenario. Now I'm talking about the neck pain, for example. So you should tell us globally. Now GBD, if you know, I'm a senior GBD collaborator. This is we do studies in Lancet, which is published in Lancet journals or Nature journals. So when they are doing study, they see around the globe how many researches have been done globally which are contributing to the effective management of neck pain. So when you're writing your introduction, make sure that the first two lines or two slides or your two sentences, they should focus on the global burden of diseases. For example, that's what it will show us. So this will show that you have gone through the literature, which is globally, and you know about something about global scenarios also. Then you have to switch to the next, you have to go to the national scenario. You have to tell what is the national relevance of the study. How much money or how much is the economy we are spending on this pain. And then next part is health or social impact. Whether this is going to have any impact on the health of individuals, whether adults, elderly, children, pediatric, geriatric, or adolescents, and what is the social impact, whether it is going to do any change or not. So any known gaps in existing literature, this should be also told when you're writing about the study background or introduction part. So this is two things which I told you. Okay. Now moving next. Sorry. Okay. So next important part is when you are framing your title, you should tell about the PICO, or normally sometimes people call as PICOT, some people tell PICO. So PICO is population, intervention, comparison, outcome. So you have to first tell whether they are talking about patients or what is the problem or population, that is P. Then I is whether you are going to give an intervention for this particular condition or for particular disease or paper which you are writing in scientific writing. And are you comparing this intervention with some known physiotherapy intervention, or you are comparing it with some other intervention? So that is comparing. Outcomes is from which you're going to verify, or you're going to see that whether there was any impact or not. So that is outcomes, which normally we have subjective measurements, we have objective measurements. So right now, I have put a one study here: effect of blood flow restriction on pressure pain threshold and hand function among adults with neck pain. A study protocol for a RCT. So this has a PICO embedded in this. So whenever you're writing a title, make sure that your title has a PICO embedded in this. Okay. Now moving next. This I told you, yeah. Now going to the ROL, when you are going to the review of literature, we should summarize the major studies which are already done. If you're not doing proper ROL, so scientific writing cannot be done, because there will be always you might have missed something. So make sure. And we have, before 5 years or 3 years, we were using Science Direct, Embase, Scopus, or PubMed, or Google Scholar. But after AI has come, it has made our life very easy. So you highlight, when you're writing literature review, you should mention what is known already, which is known, what is unknown. That is your gap. If you are filling this gap, that is going to have an impact on the literature review. And also, when you are using references, make sure that you are using 5 to 10 years of reference. That's all, maximum. Because in 10 years or before 10 years, there might be intervention which is not used now. So that's why I tell students or my scholars or anyone who's doing research that use from 2015 to 2025. So this will tell us about latest 1 decade of research is going on. And it can be a thematic order, or it can be a chronological. You can start from 2025, 2024, 2023, like that you can start. And okay, so fourth one is research problem and rationale. So you should tell exactly what is the problem statement. If you are talking about manual therapy in ONE, you should tell that is manual therapy effective in obese adults or not, for example. So your problem statement should be very specifically mentioned. And you should tell also how your research is going to fill this gap, and why is your study timely and relevant. If you are using a modality which was used 10 years before in research, now if I'm putting that, they will question me that, sir, this modality is already not being used now. Why are you doing this study on this? That's why when you are writing your rational and process problem, you make sure that this is timely and it is relevant to the current scientific literature. Then you have objective research. Usually we should have 2 to 5 or maximum 3 objectives precise. Now you should also mention what is your primary objective, that is what is your main goal of study, and what are your secondary objectives. If you are mentioning about, if you are discussing about neck pain, and you're also taking their quality of life, disability, their functional activities of daily living, so these can be secondary objectives, but your primary can be focused on range of motion, muscle strength, or pain, or any other outcome measure which you're going to check. So make sure that your objective should be very crystal clear, and they should match with the title. Normally what we see, sometimes we see studies, when we see synopsis or we see the research projects, the students or participants, they write a title. Then when we see objectives, there is a mismatch. So make sure that your objectives and title are always on a same page. They have a sync. It's very important when you're writing a research paper. Now, then we have hypothesis. If you are doing a quantitative or experimental studies, you should always mention null hypothesis and your alternate hypothesis. Whether you want to see any effect size or effects, there is any change in the after outcomes when you did this intervention, whether there was any change or difference or not. If it is, there is a difference, that means your null hypothesis has been rejected. That means your intervention has a good effect. Now, this we call as type 1 error in research terms. So you should mention about the hypothesis. Then seventh one, we come to the research methodology. It's very important. Now, when you're writing a design, we have different designs of studies we are doing. We are doing an RCTs, they are a gold standard. We are doing a cohort study, or we are doing a case control study, or we are doing qualitative studies. For example, you're taking personal interviews from practitioners. Then study population, you should mention who, where, and how participants were chosen. Because when you are doing any study, whether it is a RCT or a cross-sectional study or a cohort study, you should always mention how you're going to choose participants, what was the method which you were used to get participants, what was randomized, how randomizing was done, what is random allocation, how was sampling done, whether it was a purposive sampling, convenient sampling, it was other snowball sampling. There are many sampling styles that you have to mention when you're talking about population. Then clearly mention about the inclusion exclusion criteria for sample selection. Then sample size and justification. This is very important point I'm telling. Normally what we see, we have a trend in India. When I see a project, they write 20 sample size. Sometimes 30. Sir, I asked them that is sample casting kala beta. Sir, my guide told me that we will take 30. It is not a 30 samples. It is not a we are selling some tea or coffee. This is, you should see the previous studies, or we have different calculators which will check your sample size based on different power of study, or the population which we are studying, whether we are going to study 2 times, we are doing a pre-post design study, or we have 3 variables, we are doing an ANOVA study. So different sample size when you are choosing. So this you should remember, you should have a proper calculation and why you're going to use it. And please put a reference when you're putting this. Then we have tools and instruments. Normally, what I see in synopsis, they write tools may paper, chalk, board, table, goniometer. These are not tools. They are your, you can use them, but not in synopsis. You can write, these are questionnaires, or these are tests or equipment you are using. For example, if you are using a special goniometer to measure electronic goniometer for measure neck pain, or you are using an app. Nowadays we have apps to check the craniovertebral angle. So in that cases, you should mention clearly. And if you are using any tool, make sure that this tool is a validated tool. It is a reliable tool. If you are using unreliable measures, this is going to jeopardize your study. Then in questionnaires, if you're using any questionnaire, make sure that you should have a copyright of that. Or if you don't have copyright, you should write to the owner of the questionnaire that I want to use your questionnaire, please give me permission. So make sure you take the permission before you start your study. This will avoid a copyright issue in the future. Then data collection plan, you should know the steps and timeline and methods. You should have a proper timeline. This is called as Gantt chart when you make properly. Then data analysis, we have different tools. We have SPSS or software. We have JASP nowadays, but SPSS is the widely used software. So you make sure that when you're doing a statistician, he should be knowing your objectives of study, design of study, everything. Then you can. Then ethical consideration, that is very important. When you are doing a study, consent form has to be an informed written consent from the participant, and they should be told everything about study, and then you can get their signatures. And ethical approval is very important. And also in India, if you are doing an RCT trial, you should do a CTRA registration with ICMR, because this will avoid future publication flaws when you send your study. And also make sure that everything has to be, there has to be confidentiality clause mentioned, that your data, everything cannot be shared with anyone. It will be completely confidential. Fine. So then we have expected outcomes. What results do you anticipate? This is after study we have done. Mention scientific, practical, and societal implications when you're writing your outcomes in a study. And then you have a timeline. You make sure that you break down your work into literature review, data collection, analysis, and thesis writing, or paper writing. So you have to divide your work into, normally research writing is a teamwork. So divide your work among your team members so that your paper is in a good shape. Then, depending on reference software, now you can use a different software style. It depends on the journal which you are sending. So Harvard, Vancouver, APA, there are many designs you can use, and you can use some tools like Zotero, Mendeley. Mendeley is the easiest one. You can use that. And also make sure if you are using citing a paper, which I'll show you in the next slide when I'm using on AI, they have to be in text citations when you are using your references style. Okay. Now, this is our research pyramid. If you are doing any study, this is the highest. Nowadays, we call that after systematic and meta-analysis, this was highest place. But nowadays, we have CPGs. It's called as clinical practice guidelines, which normally, if you can see, recently IIP has launched one CPGs on elderly and in gynecology population. So nowadays, they are working on neurological guidelines, that what are the guidelines which can be used among Indian population suffering from stroke, Parkinsonism, or any other low back pain, neck pain. So we have guidelines. These are the highest top order. Now, this is then we have critically appraised topics. We have RCTs is gold standard. Then we have cohort studies, case series, case reports, and then we have opinions. So when you are doing a study, it should come in pyramid. So the higher you go, the better is your study and contribution. So you should work in this domain when you are doing a study. Now, if you are talking about this study, for example, title I told you, it has to be crystal clear. Now, this is our one of study which I'm just showing. We did a study on dynamic tape on neck pain, and also we did a study on pain education in low back pain. So when they are seeing the title should be very clear. As I told you, this has PICO embedded, and these are published articles. You can also search internet. They'll be available in PubMed, everywhere, Scopus. So this is how, when you are writing title, it has to be very clear, and make sure that title should be small. It should have 10 to 15 keywords, and it should be simple words. Don't mention complex terms which nobody can understand. So that is very important when you're talking to. So now coming to the abstract, I told you when you're writing abstract, you have to mention global context, local context, about problem, various intervention used, and about new approach. So if you see this title, I can share this slide also with the team. They can, might be, you can check the papers later on. So this should be in background when you're writing background. Coming to the methods, when you're talking about methods sections, there should be, first of all, it should be designed. For example, this is a prospective parallel group active control trial. This will tell about the type of RCT we are doing. It is a parallel group. That means both groups were given intervention at the same time, control group and experimental group. Then you should have randomization, you should have blinding, you should have outcomes, study duration, and about new approaches, which you can see when you are talking about any study, when you're seeing our study, for example. So your study should have all these domain when you're writing method section. Then comes your results. When you are talking about results, you should first talk about the baseline. At baseline, there was no significant difference between two groups observed. This is very important. Why? This is to avoid any bias. Then outcomes, whether there was any change in the outcomes, that is, you can show about the effect size. This is effect size. You can see 0.0 what we had effect sizes. So if the effect size increased, it means the intervention was effective. So that you have to mention in your result section when you're writing abstract. Then about the problem, dropouts, and last is effect size. So this will tell about whether your outcomes were effective after intervention or they were not effective. So that will tell about the findings of the study. Then conclusion may, you should tell about the clinical implications, relevance, future directions, and limitations. So this should have 4 or 5 lines only. That our intervention concludes that this study was effective. It can be used in physiotherapy domain. It can help patients who are having neck pain or back pain or any other condition, for example. So, and when we compare to the sham group or the control group, but however, the sustainability of the improvements, they should be beyond. It lacks, because we need further validation. We need a bigger trial studies. So you should always mention these lines when you're writing the conclusion part in a study. Now Now is my, I think I told you that I will first talk about something about the introduction. Now is my question to the audience or anyone. Uh, do you use ChatGPT? And how many of you tell that no to ChatGPT? And some tell be wise, use it, but know how to use it. Can I get a response from the audience or anyone who is watching this webinar, that which one you support? Can I get any response from the audiences? If we are nowadays, many researchers are using, in faculty, everybody's using ChatGPT because it is very easily available, but it lacks some validation. Yeah, I have some responses in the madam is Suvarna ma'am is telling that be wise. So normally, the tools which I will show today, we are not using ChatGPT for writing. Yes, ChatGPT can be used sometimes for language modifications, but we are not using it. So my advice to budding researchers is you use ChatGPT, but you should know how to use it. Don't fall in AI trap, because this will, if you are putting this AI generated content, journals will block you. So okay, now let's start with our first uh, AI tool. It is called as PaperPal. Now, my question is, how many of you have used PaperPal before? Uh, Anyone has used this during your writing? Now, PaperPal, if I can you see this, ma'am? Can I get a response? Can you see this? My browser is open. Can you see this browser? Can I get a response from any team? I have opened a browser of PaperPal, the first
No,
software.
we can see the slide still.
Okay, ma'am, just a second. Let me just. Uh, can you see now?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, this is the first tool. It's a very effective tool when you're using PaperPal. So when you're opening this PaperPal, and make sure, see, PaperPal is a AI, a very effective tool, which is used in scientific writing. It will tell you everything. For example, see, now when you are going to, when you are logging, when you log in to the PaperPal with you using your Gmail ID, there are options in the side. Can you see this template, translate, research site? Can you see all this site? Yeah. Now there is a option called as template. Now when you click on this template, there will be some templates coming. It will take some time, just a moment. Now when you click on this template, you can get help from this AI tool. This can generate topics for you. It will help you in literature review. It will help you in everything. Can I just yeah, 1 second. Let me just again open it. Yeah. I'm sorry if the net is a little bit slow. Um, Kindly bear with me. Give me a moment. Let me just show you. I just want to show you how it is done. Okay, can you see now? I'm so sorry it took some time. Is it slide is it visible my screen to all?
Yes, yes, it is visible.
Okay. Now, when you click on template, there is an option. There are options in this right side. When you click on template, there is an option called as brainstorm. Now, when you click on brainstorm, any budding researcher who wants to do a research or using AI tool, this is the best tool, first tool, which I just want to show some examples. Now, it will tell you how paper can help. Now, you have to give command that please suggest me a title on neck pain among obese adults, for example, right? In yes, okay. For example, brainstorm. Now I have given a command to PaperPal. Just please save me titles. Now, when the moment you do command, now you can see on the right side, it is making your titles. It is design titles. Now it has almost given us 15 titles given us. Now when you are now you have to check. You will first title is, for example, the weight of discomfort exploring neck pain in obese adults. Now, if you copy this into Google, you will not see this title anywhere because this is PaperPal is having 2 million almost papers and journals in this. So this will give you a title which is novelty. It is novel. For example, now if I am now you have seen all these titles and you want to choose one title. For example, I have using this one, tipping the scales, obesity and as a risk factor. Now I will in the right side you have a Word document file and you have to paste here. Now the moment I am pasting it, now this is my title. Now again this is brainstorming. Now you have to close this brainstorming and you have to go into the you'll enter in outliners. Now I'll show you there are outlines which are a part of this paper pal. Now I will go into the outlines. Now in outlines, the moment you click on the outlines, you will see some research article. Now, this research article, when you click, this will tell you what subject area you are. Now, I will tell you I am into physiotherapy and allied health sciences. Now, this will tell me, now I will just copy and now I have copied this title. I will copy, paste my title here. The moment you copy paste, it will take some time because everybody's using it around globe, so it might take some time coming if you are using the free version. Now this will I will again click on generate title on the title. Now see, you can see right side, it has already started writing about the key points which you need for your study. So now PaperPal has started writing about a study design. Now it has given you it has given till conclusion everything. Now there is a key down called as insert. The moment you click here insert, this will automatically take this whole data into your left side. So this is a beginning of your, you can see, can you all see, can I get response, can you all see this getting the copy pasted in the left side?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so now you can see the moment we give command, first we chose title. Now it has given us complete topic on the left side. It has given us background of neck pain, prevalence of impact of neck pain in general population, common risk factors, and brief overview of the relationship between obesity and muscular disorders. So this has given us a bullet points. Now this outliners, it has various options where you can do everything in this. Now, for example, I will show you one more. This is just example because I think we don't have time that much. So I'm sorry, this is will take a lot of time. See, now if I want to, now if I have written this first line, prevalence and neck pain. Now I want to, I don't know where this came from. Now there's an option called as insert research site. Now, the moment I click on research site, this will give me the citation from various papers, which are high quality papers. They will come in this. Now you can see, now I have there is an option called as if I am putting this prevalence and impact of neck pain and general population. See, I am putting here neck pain. Just give me a moment. for yeah, see, I'm giving neck pain. I'm giving keywords as obesity, and I am just giving my commands that please give me your. Now I have to just click here and give a command as search papers. Now you will see the moment I give my command for this papers, there will be papers coming. It will be screening and checking the papers in 2 million. It has 250 million scholarly publications in PaperPal. Now you can see it is the command has been given. Now PaperPal will search the papers which are having 1 second. Yeah, taking some time. Yeah, I want to cite this for paper. Now give me a moment. Yes, now see on the right side of your 10 papers have been found. Now PaperPal has found 10 papers where it has they are related to obesity and neck pain. Now if I click on one paper, if I want to click on one paper, now this paper has been chosen by PaperPal. Now I want to cite this. So I have to just write cite text. So it will automatically cite the text in the left side, and you can see the whole paper on the left side of paper, and you can cite it. So this is only see it is extracting the questions. So PaperPal, when you are using it, you can write, you can cite, you can do everything what you want with the help of PaperPal. So this is one software which I just wanted to show you when you are using it. So it will cite papers on the hair because I think it is internet little bit slow. So I'm sorry if I'm not able to show you properly. So PaperPal will do everything. It will do citation, but you have to make sure you have to paraphrase the content, because otherwise it will be showing AI generated contents. This is one software which I showed you. Okay. Anyways, if you want to read about this, you can message me, or you can see. Then we have Research Rabbit. This is one more AI tool which you are going to see when you are writing about. I will just share you first PPT, then I can show you some slides. Okay, so PaperPal will tell you about, I just told you, it needs some time because the internet has to be very fast, so it can show. So this will tell you about the various, we have various content. It will complete, it's a complete guide for research. Now we have another software AI, it is called as Connected Papers. It's very important when you're doing an ROL. Now Connected Papers is, if I just want to, yeah, I have this open in my PC. I will show you this software. So if you are using Connected Papers, 1 second. Yeah, give me a moment. Yes, for example, okay, I'll show you first Lit Maps. So there is a website called as document called Lit Maps. Lit Maps is a literature maps. So you have to, when you open the Lit Map, it will be like this. Now, if you are putting neck pain and obesity, so it will automatically generate papers. It will gather information across. Now you can see, okay, is it visible for everyone? Can you see my PC? Yeah. Now
Yes.
see Lit Maps. Now see Lit Maps. Now I have given a command that neck pain and obesity, I give 2 keywords. Now this is the first paper by Vitally 2016. This paper has come. Now the moment I click on this paper, this now you can see add to lit map. This will automatically create a lit map. It's called a literature map around you. Now you can see this map has been created, and you can see the one paper has been here. Now other papers also you can have. If you want to click this paper also, you want to add here, this will be added to this map. Now it will automatically is going to make a map which will show you the in lit maps. So when you are going for lit maps, this will show you that which are the articles which are around your domain. So I will show you a map how it looks like. So when you are clicking, connected papers or lit maps, so this will, when you're putting a keywords or any keyword or any DOI number, title of study, this will automatically build a graph. Now this will look like this. Can you see this? This graph will be made with lit maps. So if there's an article which is of the most relevant article, you can see this article in black. For example, this article is our article which you did BFRT on neck pain. So around globe, this black dot article, it will show you like this. You can download this and you can put in your ROL, because this is the most recently published articles from 2010 to 2025. So and now you can see this many people have done work on BFRT, Meftel et al., Kasim et al., 27, Ibrahim. But you can see our article 2024, which was published in a Q1 journal. So you can see our name there, and you can see it's a map they have built. So this is the literature review. Now it is not like before we used to search PubMed, search Google Scholar, because now these AI tools, they give us very important updates and it's a very fast outputs. But you should give commands properly. So this will make a lit map like this. So your ROL is done. If you are doing a PhD, master's, or you are a clinician who is interested in using AI tools. Okay. Next we have Research Rabbit. It is same like when you open Research Rabbit, you put your keywords and any DOI title, it will automatically explore various literature in the database and it will give you different papers. You can make a category in this Research Rabbit, and you will have your column. So you know I have 20 papers in introduction, 20 in ROL. For discussion, I have 30 papers. So you have 70 papers with you. You don't have to search anywhere. See, I did not show you PubMed. I did not enter Google Scholar, ResearchGate, I didn't in Google or ChatGPT. These are authorized international AI powerful platforms where normally we are using it for our academic writing. Then we have one more tool. It is called as Semantic Scholar. It's a very powerful tool. When you put any topic, it will show you. Now, for example, I have put here. I have put neck pain, blood flow restriction training. The first article, it is our article. It will show, for example. So because we did a study on neck pain, nobody had done in the whole world. So it will show you this article on the top. Then other articles will be BFRT versus training on quadriceps muscle strength. So the article where keyword is used BFRT, so it will show like that. But when you are talking about some particular keywords, it will exactly give you the same papers from searching from different sources. That's what the power of AI, and it will give you authentic papers. That is very important. It is not ChatGPT. ChatGPT gives wrong information. That's why I told you in the beginning, say no to ChatGPT or know how to use ChatGPT. But we don't use ChatGPT because we have AI powered tools. So Semantic Scholar is one more tool which you can use for your academic writing or your ROL. Then we have one more. I told you lit maps. This it will develop a map for you and you can use it for your literature review. Then we have one more. It's called as Quillbot. Many are aware of this. This is the AI-based writing tool which has a paraphrasing tool. It has grammar checker. It has AI detector. It has plagiarism checker, and it has a translator and summarizer. So there are 6 tools into one tool. It's a very important tool. Normally we use it when we are checking our AI or submitting to any journal, and the grammar of this is very good. It will give you British English and American English. So this also you can use, but you have to little bit learn about these tools when you're using for your writing. Okay, then one more we have Grammarly, which is if you want to improve your English quality of scientific writing, Grammarly can be used with your Word document, and this will help you improve grammar, punctuation, clarity, and tone in academic writing. So these are some tools which I showed you for the scientific writing. We have many other tools, but I think this was my first talk, and that's why when you are talking about many tools, it becomes difficult for a researcher who is a budding researcher. So this is my advice. When you are starting your research career, use these 5 or 6 tools. It's more than enough. But once you grow, then we have other tools also which you can use. But I think that is beyond the scope of this lecture today. So I guess I've not taken much time, and if any questions you have, so you can ask me. So uh, I think that's the time. I think I had was allotted 55 minutes. Thank you so much, and this is what I was just about to share with you, because it is a huge topic, but I just want to make it very concise. If any questions are there, so I'll be happy to answer.
Yeah, so I think there's only one question, I believe, whether these tools are paid or whether they are
No,
free of cost.
these are
And
completely completely free of cost, ma'am. But if you want to use some features, there is some limit in these AI tools. But
yeah,
PaperPal is the best tool if you are a budding researcher, and you can explore it very nicely, and it has all the features which you can be used for your writing. They are free of cost.
right. I think there are senior persons also in the attendees. So probably they would like to know more about the paid versions and should they go in for a paid version?
Yeah, actually, yeah, ma'am, normally these PaperPal or other softwares, PaperPal, we had a conference, we had a workshop of PaperPal last month in our university, and these they give a discount also for the if you are buying it from university perspective or from school, so they give you they have many other added features. If you are buying from online PaperPal, it will cost around 11,000. But if you are buying it from a college perspective or from an organization, so they give you extra benefits also, and with a different cost. So that is much effective. But if you have a team, then you can buy in a team as a whole and use it. That is okay. But if you are buying from institutions, so there are options they provide, ma'am. So they give a good discount. But
Okay.
this is the future of writing. I think we should not run away from these tools, because these are very helpful. They help us a lot. I'm telling you, ma'am. See, I told you in my session, I did not show you PubMed or any other tool, because these are tools, they're past. We used to do a literature search, keywords, and Boolean operators. It's all now because it is time of AI. So why should we no be behind? That was
Right,
our main aim.
right. There's another question which says that if they generate a paper or a manuscript through AI, is there any possibility that the journals would not accept it, or would there be any issue from an editor side?
Yeah, see, ma'am, these AI tools give you an idea. They have various scientific flow, they have academic flow. You can copy it, but you have to, that's what AI cannot replace us humans. It can help us. So you have to sit with the senior researchers, and you have to add various citations. You have to paraphrase the content. You have to use your own language and your language. If you are putting the same copy paste, it will come 100% AI generated, and that is going to blacklist the researchers. So that's why I'm telling you, you use AI, but please be careful. That's why you need mentors and guides who will tell you how to use it. So start using it. It is really going to help you out, not known to these AI tools like Litmaps or your Connect Papers or Research Rabbit or PaperPal is the best one, because this is why I just showed you some demo in the, because there was a slow internet. That's why I think. But if you are using one research tool, it is going to help you a lot. But make sure that you paraphrase it well. For that, use Quillbot. I told you there is an option called as paraphraser. Use that, and then also sometimes the Turnitin is very fast. It will catch 2-3 words also. So make sure that you are using with the guidance of your seniors or professors. Otherwise, there will be AI content. Yeah.
Right, right.
Sorry.
Yeah. So I think there are not much question. There are no more questions. So we can move to the last part um, of the session. Dr. Priya, are you there?
Yes, ma'am, I'm there. Thank you, sir. Thank you, everyone. On behalf of IIP Women Cell, Maharashtra State, it's my privilege to extend heartfelt vote of thanks. First and foremost, I would like to express our deep gratitude to our esteemed speaker, Dr. Mohammad Siddiqui sir, and for taking the time to share such a wonderful knowledge on the role of AI tool in a scientific writing. Your expertise and clarity have truly enlightened us and will guide budding researchers and the scholars in their journey. I sincerely thank our IIP President, Dr. Sanjeev Jha sir, and our National Head IIP, Dr. Ruchi Vaishnav ma'am. And My warm regards to respected leaders, Dr. Pooja Kamble ma'am, Dr. Suvarna Ganvir ma'am, and Dr. Snehal Patel ma'am, Dr. Uttara ma'am, and Dr. Nirali Sangvi ma'am. And thank you everybody.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you so much. And we'll see you soon in the next webinar. Thank
Thank you,
you all
ma'am.
the attendees. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.